before. Literally half an hour into what I was doing, I had to go and cook, and it was just busy after that. Anyway, we left off in the Shadow of Darkness map. Speak to Swift. Flame. Okay, we'll go do that. Oh, you are come on behalf of the Scion. Of course, yes. As we've already relayed to Lady Ophelia, there has been a site near about Eastern Babylon. The brass blade station that... Hey! What's going on, Rez? How you doing today, bro? The brass blade stationed at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to a witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Kikir. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. I was actually live a couple of days ago. You were probably just at work or something. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travelers. Folk are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse if you speak with a merchant named Hihibaru. The fellow's always starting with customers, and he knows how welcome your attention, whether or not you have the coin or the money behind it. Yeah, probably. Okay. Bravo is the closest location to where we need to be. My faithful dragon. By the way, Rez, in case you're interested, when you're actually going through the story for the first time, you actually will not be able to fly like I can right now. There's a certain quest you need to complete before you're able to fly in these areas. And I just flew right past my target. There you are. Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer. Whatever you seek, Hihibaru can provide it. Probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Yeah, Yoshi really put a lot of attention to detail when building this world. Him and his development team. Why didn't you say so sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of the many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two, eh? Seeing as how I actually don't get the rewards, and honestly, experience would have been wasted anyway because I'm level 80, the current max level. When the Order of Naldar began excavating the ruins, I had hoped that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims. But thanks to the nigh-endless beastman raids, folk are too afraid to come within a mile of here. I've sold everything I own to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Yeah, that is me. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business! Speaking of which, perhaps you would like to browse my wares. Spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant. The masked man? Bah! Bah, I'll take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I've got. If you want to know more about him, go and ask the other merchants. Whee! I've heard tell of the masked devil. Seems he's been appearing not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Battleland too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than just a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. Alright, now I gotta go find the other two. On the trail of a masked man? I have heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious. That's about all I can say, little though it is. Okay? I will now. I am sorry. The assistants cannot carry out. I'm back. That's what I was hoping you'd say, Rez. I'm really hoping a dungeon or another trial comes up next so I can show you guys what that's like. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters looking around. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth, all because of the Kikiran raids. None but the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. Hey, thanks, Chelsea. Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier. It's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Kikiran raids are so constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. I finally got some honest-to-goodness information on your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own two eyes. I was out for an evening stroll, minding my own business, when I noticed a column of smoke rising from a cliff over at Thal's respite. When I noticed curious, I took myself there to find a masked man. Your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in answer, some Kikiran appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had disappeared, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So what do you think? That's some sound reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth all the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say? Well, let's see. Honestly, what I think the developer and his team were going for is that this game is basically a Final Fantasy first and an MMO second. So you still end up getting all the things that a typical MMO tends to have, but the story is a Final Fantasy story-driven narrative. Oh well. Oh, there you go. Oh, that takes care of him. For all you Monster Hunter fans out there. Back so soon? Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? That, Chelsea, was a Rathalos from Monster Hunter. The scroll. It bears a prayer to Rhalgr the Destroyer. In case you're unfamiliar, Rhalgr is the guardian deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It's highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last kill that your assailant was Alamigan. It seems this masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That self-same merchant who also senses that self-same merchant also senses danger ahead, and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? On to Little Alamigan. The Alamigan bandit you had a run-in with that is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head toward Little Alamigo over in southern Thanalan. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is the favorite destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wasteland they live in, and for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much help she will be, but it just so happens I have a daughter who has relocated to Little Alamigo. Her name is Hihira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you'd send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. I suppose this is it then. I had hoped that you would linger here a while. Call some fiends, spend some coin, what have you. But something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is you end up, I wish you the best. Alright then, to Little Alamigo. Luckily for me, since I've already completed this story on this character, I can just teleport everywhere. And I have literally over 1,000,000 gil to spend on teleportation, so I'm not really too worried. Honestly, if I just save all the expenses that I wind up paying for teleportation, I don't think it'll wind up being any more than maybe 200,000 at the most. Yeah, makes getting around so much easier. Why, yes, Hihibaru is my father. He said, what? I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that... Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't bother you with family matters. But I'm grateful to you for delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? A masked man? I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells, but one of the others may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak with Gundabald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. Hey, Skylar! Looking for a masked villain, you say? And why should we help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer the whim of every outsider. You are not welcome here. Be gone! I'm trying to think back to when that was. You mean while she was in the middle of her Kingdom Hearts marathon and I just happened to be in her PlayStation chat at the time? I've been pretty good. Actually have a few videos from this very, well, for lack of a better way to put it, series that I've been doing, because there's a lot to do for this game when it comes to story. Well met, adventurer. I am Gisilbert, head of security here at Little Alamigo. I heard that you had business with Gundabald. Knowing the bristly old bear, I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men and I can get so much as a word of thanks out of them, despite watching the place day and night. But thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man when I can, and you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what's brought you here, it might be as I can lend a hand. How do we beat this game? In the traditional sense, progress to the end of the story. But there's still a lot to do, and I mean a lot. After I get out of this dialogue, I can show you what I mean. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have been on lookout for a Malja to the south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they are like to have seen it. Have a mind to take each of them a cup of sweet dandelion tea so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all the more willing to tell you what they know. So, as I said, there's a lot to do. There's the base game, which is A Realm Reborn, and I have a lot of these dungeons to do. Some of these are optional, so you won't see me do all of them. Which, if you had gotten the game and just that game, or if you just had A Realm Reborn, you would only be able to get up to level 50. If you had A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward, you would have all of these dungeons to do, except for the optional ones, like the one that say hard next to it. And you'd be able to get up to level 60. And then there's Stormblood. And much like before, the only dungeons that we'll have to do are the ones that don't have hard next to them, except for Hell's Lid, Kugana Castle, and the Temple of the Fist. No, I am not in a dungeon right now. This is actually how we get into the dungeons. Same for the trials. And then the most recent expansion is Shadowbringers. As of right now, these are all the dungeons for Shadowbringers, and you have to do every single one. In addition to dungeons, there are boss fights. These are all the ones that you can do for A Realm Reborn, including high-end ones. These are the ones for Heaven's Ward, and the ones for Stormblood. And these are all the ones for Shadowbringers. And then there are some raids in here too. There are 24-mans, which are called Alliance raids, and then 8-mans, which are the normal raids. Right now, no. The level cap is 80, but you can have every battle class on a single character. The current level cap is 80. I actually have 5 level 80s in here. Paladin, White Mage, Scholar, Samurai, and Summoner. I do have Blue Mage down here at level 60, but that's because that is the current level cap for Blue Mage. 100 is probably 2 expansions from now, because every expansion they raise the level cap by 10. people tend to do some of the high-end stuff like extremes are because of thieves. Who the hell are you? I'm trying to conserve energy here, so leave me alone. Well, ain't you considerate? My thanks, friends. What's that? A masked villain? Hiding among the refugees like as not. Me compatriots as live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. 'Tis near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. This is not a amount you could get from a boss fight, though. This one is done in a very different way. You there. Are you an Eorzea? No? Then carry on. Ah, the sophisticated aroma. It has been forever since I had a drop of sweet thanalan. I'm going to enjoy this. What? A masked man? Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark, scaly skin, stands 10 fulms tall, and has a face of a lizard, then I don't give a mummer's fart. Interesting way to put it. Oh, wow, right over there. Yes. Yes, it is. Shoo, shoo! Don't bother me. If the Eorzea overrun us, I'm blaming you. For me? You shouldn't have. Sorry? A suspicious masked man? As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone filling that description during patrol. Well, I couldn't quite make it out whether it was a man or not, but what with the mask and the robe. But assuming it was a he was talking with some Alamegans. I assumed he was one of them. Oh, then you must be in like the Wisconsin. You must be like in the Wisconsin to Texas region of the country then. And Skylar must be on the West Coast then. Now this is the amount that you could get from doing this trial. Well, extreme version. Manitoba, is that the name of a town? Ah, you're back. So, did my lookouts have lots to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. If you're to get any further in your investigation, seems to me you'll need the cooperation of the Alamegans. For this, you'll need to win their trust. And that won't be an easy task. You can only press on with the investigation. Then I have some advice to offer. See, I haven't been to Canada, so I honestly wouldn't know. As I said before, you won't get far without the Alamegans' trust. And the best way to win that trust is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Ul'dah, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible. A common purpose. That purpose is, of course, the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundabad belongs to the Alamegan resistance, so your best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. Okay, I need to go see Minfilia. One thing I can definitely tell you about the story is that the best way I can sum it up is that if somebody asks me how the story is good, The only thing that I will respond with is people feel things. There are moments in this story that hit you hard in the feels. I'm not even kidding. What mount will we get this time? I am on a Gubu. Hop. Yes, people feel things. As in, this story hits you in your emotions. There are moments that will make you angry, make you sad. It really is, especially when you're doing it with friends. Honestly, I kid you not. If you guys had the state my room is in, I'm probably good without it right now. I'm still in the process of moving some stuff around. I'll think about it. Although, admittedly, what would be surprising if the next time I end up seeing one of Ariel's streams, she ends up having a PlayStation 4 camera with her. Like, that's new! Welcome back, Vakama. How fares the investigation? I see. Given all that they have suffered, it is of little wonder that the Alamiga refugees have lost faith in their fellow man. They've had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. Oh no, look what I started. She's gonna kill me! To compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who were displaced. As a result, a great many Alamigans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Would that more could be done to ease their hardships. I fear that nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamigan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. An Alamigan comrade named Haribert. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort towards that endeavor, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, Haribert is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. Well, alrighty then. Oh boy, sis, what did he do now? Sorry, my sister posted pictures and a video of my nephew on Facebook. I'm not entirely sure. Everything seems to be working accordingly on my end. Oh. See, that happens with me for some of Ariel's streams, too. If it isn't Vakama Flameborne, the Scion's rising star, is there aught I can do for you? You wish to win the trust of the people of Little Alamigo? That is a daunting task, my friend, even for our own countrymen. So far I'm seeing it's 122. I would like nothing more than to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight with that lot. I used to be a member of the Alamigan Resistance, you see, but I left in favor of joining the Scions. Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains ever the same, the liberation of Alamigo. If whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they'll have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the Resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Eorzea, and she is a resident of Quarry Mill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. To Quarry Mill, so I can show you another region of the area, another region in this game. I hope you like trees. Honestly, I would have done this a little earlier in the day, but it's snowing here, and there's a lot of it, and I had to shovel, and snowblow, and shovel again. Eh? You want me to introduce you to the Resistance? Ha! Why in the hell should I do that? Give me just one reason. Herbert sent you? Worthless Horson. He abandons his comrades, his woman, and now he has the gall to ask me for a favor. Simply incredible. The storm's over and it looks like the sun's out, but there's a lot of snow everywhere, so it looks like I'm having a white Christmas. I realized Herbert was only doing what he felt was right. Good man. If he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. You see that bloke there? That's Methrin, the captain of the Resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. Ah, yeah. They really are. Really beautiful, too. I am Methrin, a proud man of the Alamigan Resistance. What business have you with me, adventurer? Captain, it's Galleon, sir. His wound's gone and festered, and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. God damn it! I asked the villagers for aid, got on my knees and begged, but they refused to lift a finger. If Galleon dies, his blood is on their hands. These Quarry Mill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they listen to Eorzea. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventurer, go to her and try. I am jealous of you, Rez. I wish I could do Christmas shopping, but I can't! I still haven't found a job. Not for lack of trying, mind you. What if Methrin is in bad shape, you say? I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help, truly I do. They're my countrymen, after all. That'd mean going against the elementals will. I've been at Quarry Mill long enough to know how right terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlene, the hamlet's resident healer. That's okay, Rez. It's not like it's any of your fault. If you take the matter to her, might be as she'll listen. Though I wouldn't get my hopes up. You wish to aid the Alamegans? You are possessed of a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant you your wish. This authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswood. All outsiders, be they babes at the breast or men grown, are judged of a night whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Alamegans' petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive it over the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. Relying on what hearers have to say about what the elementals have to say. That's how it's to be then? The bloody hero might as well kill Galleon herself. Spit on the elementals and spit on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. I led my men to Quarrymill, hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell's Galleon can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I've no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy for poison purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd forever be content. You have requested it, and so shall it be. By the way, in case you're about to ask, Skylar, yes, that mount that I was riding on was indeed a dragon. Ah, you're back. Tell me you've got 4 horns with you. You're a godsend, adventurer. Praise Rolger, there's at least one man in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Boscarin, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he'd like to have the tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns to him and have them ground down. You actually get that mount yourself in the story. There's nothing you have to do to get that particular mount except do the story. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Faramond here. Godspeed. All sorts of different types of mounts in this game. For example, and yes, I'm on an elephant. I'm a little snowman. Ah, look. Ah, Vakama, ever a sight for sore eyes. How fares the adventuring? Rolling in the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt. You've got something to show me? The snowman mount you actually get by participating in this year's Christmas event. You have to be level 15 in the game to be able to do it, though. But if you participate in the event and you follow the quest line for the event, then you get the snowman mount. It's yours to keep. Well, these look like good old antelope horns. Eat them ground down to make a medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. Hi, I'm no stranger to the remedy. An Alamecan friend once used it to treat my festering wound years and years ago. Safe to say, he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamecan soldier in Quarry Mill? So it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps to forestart as needed. Oh, don't worry a little head off about the payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. You know what? I'm going to get this mount out just for Skylar. What do you think, Skylar? It is well to see you returned. Have you the medicine for our brother? Gods bless you, adventurer. I'll see that galleon receives treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. Well, this happens to be one of them, despite the fact that it's an MMO. So, if any of you are thinking about getting the game, there is a free trial that you can play. You can play up to the end of the Heavensward story. You don't need to pay for playing the free trial, but if you want to do the other expansions of the game, then you would need to switch from the free trial to the paid version of the game, in which if you only want to use one character, then you could pay $12 a month, or whatever that equivalent might be in Canada, in Chelsea's case. There is. You basically wind up getting 3/4 of this game for free. Right, Rez is the case too. But, yeah, if you guys decide that you want to play all of the content of this game and get to the same level that I'm at, then you can swap from the free trial to a paid version of the game. You will need to buy the expansions, but there is a version on the store that has all of it. I believe it's called Final Fantasy XIV: A Complete Collection. It really is. it actually has something for everybody, whether you are somebody who enjoys fighting or somebody who enjoys making things for people or gathering materials for anyone who is a crafter. Adventurer, Galleon has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition's like to deteriorate to where it was before, or worse. We need you to help us find him, and quickly. Start by asking Albreda. Might be if the woman's seen something. So this game was basically divided into 4 sections, and I don't know if it's for sure happening next year, but based on what's happened, they would release an expansion, and then over the next couple of years after that, they'd start releasing content for that expansion in the form of patches. And after patch X.5, like right now, the Shadowbringers expansion is 5.0. I say 5, and as for why it's 5.0 instead of 4.0 is because Final Fantasy XIV was much different than what it is now. Back when it was only for PC. 1.0 players really had it rough when it first came out. But after Naoki Yoshida, or Yoshi P as we tend to call him, was appointed director, he tried to fix 1.0, but then decided that since there wasn't a lot that they could do to actually fix it, to just scrap that and remake it from scratch. Hence why the base game is called A Realm Reborn. And A Realm Reborn is actually the 2.0 for Final Fantasy XIV. So A Realm Reborn was 2.0, Heaven's Ward was 3.0, Stormblood was 4.0, and Shadowbringers is 5.0. So a little while after 5.35 comes out, not 5.35, but after patch 5.5 comes out, I think another expansion is on its way. I just don't really know when, because with the whole state of the world is in right now, we're not entirely sure if it's going to be delayed or if the expansion is going to be pushed back at all. So we don't really know. But if you are interested, then if you want to do the Stormblood and Shadowbringers content, then after you've had your fill of the free trial, then you can swap to the paid version if you prefer. And you can have, if you plan on only having one character, then you can just pay $12 a month, or the Canadian equivalent for Rez and Chelsea. And if you decided that you wanted to make more than one character on a particular server, so you could have gone through the story again, or you just wanted to see how certain armor looked on different races, then you could pay $15 a month. Or you could do what I do and just get $30 time cards, so you can play for 60 days. There really is a lot to do. There really is. One thing that I actually didn't show you guys is that as raid tiers come out, you have the normal version, like the normal versions of the raids. Like for example, A Realm Reborn was the binding second and final coil of Bahamut, and then there are Savage raids. There are 3 24-man raids. Oh, time cards are basically a way of saying, hey, I am paying for the privilege of playing the game for 2 months. you type in the code on the mod station, and you basically get 60 days to play the game. MMOs like this are subscription-based, so you would be paying $12 a month for it if you only have one character, or $15 if you have more than one character. But depending on your situation, like in most situations, it's pretty affordable. But if you do what I do, then you only have to pay $30 every 60 days. I get all of my time cards off of Amazon, where I basically buy the time card, and then they send me a code, and then I put that code in on the mod station for the Square Enix account to play the game, and then it adds 60 days to my total playtime. But much like the trials, how there is like the Bowl of Embers normal, and then the Bowl of Embers hard, and then the Bowl of Embers extreme. For raids, there is the normal raids. Like for right now, it's Eden. The first raid tier is Eden's Gate. The second one is Eden's Verse, and the most recent raid tier is Eden's Promise. There are also savage versions of the raids, which are harder. Now, the reason that only Eden's Gate and Eden's Verse are in this section of the Duty Finder is because of the fact that the savage version of Eden's Promise is the current game mode to play. It's the current high-end raid tier that you can do, and it's very, very difficult. We also have the Naval Unreal and Castrum Marinum Extreme, the most recent trial or boss fight that they added to this game. And then there are also Ultimates, the most difficult high-end thing you can do. Now, I only have access to the Weapons Refrain Ultimate because I had met the requirements for only this one. So for now, let's continue on with the story. Ah, finally! It's about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave Cornmill some time ago, but he left me this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. That is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. Just find your way to Little Alamigo. Blast it! Whether I'd known what he was thinking, I'd have stopped this folly myself. The love Galleon bears for his brothers is so strong he's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in his weakened state is suicide. Honestly, with how much that there is to do in this game, or how much you can do in this game, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Like, for example, you have all of these battle classes that you can level. There are 4 tanks, 3 healers, and not counting Blue Mage, there are 10 DPS. These 4 are melee, these 3 are physical ranged, and these 3 are magical ranged, or casters. But in addition to these, I want to say, let's see, 6, 10, 14, this makes 17, 18 if you count Blue Mage. In addition to these 18 battle classes, there are also 8 crafters and 3 gatherers. Yes, you do see Dancer there, Rez. Dancer is the most recent ranged DPS. Now, if you guys decided that you were going to do the free trial, the only classes that you would have access to Well, yes and no. The Dancer is a class that does have abilities that do resemble dance moves, but as for characters, you can dance in this game. You just need to get the emote. You just need to get the specific emote for it, and then you can have your character do any dance that you have the emote for. Now these are going to be extremely goofy. There are emotes for other things too. Like, for example, say you were running around in this game and you ended up seeing a character of the opposite sex that you thought looked that you thought looked very dancing. Okay, now I got dancing on the brain. Say you're just going about your business and you meet a character that looks very, very attractive to you. A very good way to show that is by using this emote. Now, admittedly, some of these are acquired by ranking up with beast tribes, which are optional. There are emotes for lots of things in this game. Some of them you get via seasonal activities. Some of them you get from ranking up with feast tribes. Some of them you get as quest rewards. And some of them you get by other means. Alright, let's get on with the questing. Oh, wait. I was supposed to talk to Method. I'm glad you are. That is not Method. Out in the wilds? Alone? That fool! That great big sentimental fool! My men and I will scour the wood for Galleon. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. Okay! You asked me to do it, I do it! One of the best parts about being level 80 and going through the story again, all of these enemies, whether they're hostile or not, will leave you alone. So, just so you guys know, you may need to do get experience, but if you see enemies with this blue symbol, They're docile, meaning if you don't bother them, they don't bother you. Enemies with this symbol, on the other hand, they're hostile. They see you, they will attack, even if you don't provoke them. There you are. Watch out! A goblin! What goblin? Galleon! Captain? But why? You should all be on your way. Who do you take us for? We're Alamegans, and Alamegans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, God... Remember the oath we swore, gods damn it. The oath to reclaim our homeland. We'll set foot on Alamegan soil again, together or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing you'll wish we didn't find you. Yeah. Perks of being at level 80. I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I will see you back at Quarry Mill. Which mount will we get this time? And it is Rama's horse. Galleon's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take to the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask me of anything and it's yours, so long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of the Alamegan people? That's all? Far be it from me to question your desires, of course. Very well. I will provide you with a letter to show to Gundabald. Yeah. There are a few of them. They tend to drop from the extreme versions of boss fights. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt he will do this. He will do all in his power to raise him. For example, if you have been keeping up the series and you saw my battle with Ifrit, if I was doing the extreme version, then this particular horse would have had the possibility of dropping. This is the horse for the boss Garuda. This one for Titan. This one for Leviathan. This one for Rama. And this one for Sheba. Now, if you were to collect all of them, and this is the only way you can get this particular horse, you get this one. You can only get this horse by collecting the other 6. Now then. For every extreme boss fight in this game, there is a mount that has the possibility of dropping from it. The Shadowbringers trials, but if you get all of the mounts for the Heaven's Ward bosses, then you get this. The reason you get this for collecting all of the mounts from the extreme bosses in Heaven's Ward is because all of the mounts from the extreme bosses in Heaven's Ward are birds. Every single mount you get from the extreme boss fights in Stormblood are wolves. So when you collect all 7, there are 7 birds and 7 dogs, or wolves. And for collecting all 7, you get this. This mount, as you can see, looks to be heavily inspired by the Legend of the Nine-Tailed Fox. Well then, Skylar, if you have a PS4, feel free to download the free trial and give it a try yourself. Heck, if you guys even start your characters on the Ultros server. Hello, Father. Oh, they needed to be redone? I wish I could be more like the UPS guys. I have a pad! That's good enough!
I'm here. If I gotta wing it, I'm winging it. I want to stop my fucking truck.
What's up? Because I do it every year. It's the same reason why she asks me to cook dinner every night. Okay, so that means that I'm not waking up at 5, but I'm still helping with the baby. Okay. I mean, he's always happy to see me anyway, so. I have seen.
Get in the snow wearing your gloves still? Then you haven't seen.
Those aren't my gloves.
You said you gave no gloves.
I put them on Finn that one time.
Well, he's wearing gloves. What fault like yours?
They're not mine. Sorry. My dad was asking who made a new pot of coffee. Yes? Shortly before Sparks went to work. That you are one very happy father. Woohoo! that you and Steve Postle were dividing the run in half.
No, that's true for the whole thing.
Oh.
If it wasn't going to be done, I would suggest that I take Millis, Westwood, West Roxbury, and I guess 2 years. You would take you don't need them. Sudbury Gang. You should 4 hours to bus.
Yeah. No, not really. Woohoo! Oh, no, Skylar. I ended up making a pot of coffee a little while ago. I mean, my dad lives on coffee, so if there's coffee brewed, he's going to be a happy dad. Oh, for a second I thought I was going the wrong way. Why have you returned? You are not welcome here. I thought I made that clear. You spoke with Meffred? It has been so long since I last heard from him. I had feared him dead. 12 be praised. Whoever you are, Meffred sees you as a friend, and any friend of Meffred is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek, and will tell you what I can. Whew, that came out of nowhere. Yes! Yes! I will be right back. Okay, I am back presently for the foreseeable future. An outsider resembling your masked stranger has reportedly been appearing near Little Alamigo of late. What's more, it seems some of the young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about their trysts, but they are not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obliged to talk. The masked man? No idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. Gundabald sent you? Listen, I told them it was a bad idea. All that tripe about believing the masked man and... oh. You don't know anything about this? Why did you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect me not to think I'm in for it. Well, if I was doing this from the very beginning of the game, as in level 1, then there would probably be times where I would be stopped due to the fact that I was not the right level for the quest. Sometimes that will happen, but yeah, if you guys do get the free trial and you end up making your characters on the Ultra server, let me know. I will add you to my friends list, and I will help you as I am able to do so. As you have seen from my character sheet, I can tank, heal, and I can be DPS. There's a bunch been sulking about right suspicious. Like, okay, I have no idea how they expected this to be portrayed. There's a bunch been sulking about right suspicious, like, but I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and that there's trouble. Mark my words. Yeah, try the free trial, and if you like it and you want to do Stormblood and Shadowbringers, then you can get the I don't know if you just need to buy Stormblood and Shadowbringers. You might need to get the all-in-one package. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Because when I first got this game, it was on disc on PS3. Because I didn't have a PS4 at the time. But now I have the entirety of Final Fantasy XIV on PS4. What? Wait, what? Have I been meeting any masked men lately? Let's see. Nope, can't say I have. But I'll be sure to tell all my friends who you're looking for. But I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for them. Honestly, I figured if you guys liked it that much, I should like, if you guys like the look of this game and you feel like you want to try it, then there is then I figured, hey, want to tell you about the free trial. There are a few limitations, though. Like, I don't think you can join any free companies. I don't think you'll be able to get retainers and make money the way that I have. If you end up saving up your guild from completing the story, then you should have quite a sum. But probably not as much as I have right now. I ended up getting this much by gathering some materials and selling them on the market board. So, you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside them. I can see it in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, that same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Alamigo. Naught would do but to depose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got our revolution all right, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Alamigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though the young ones know there's not. Unless we intervene, they are like to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. Hey, adventurer, you done talking with the old bear? We got a message for you from Wilred. Lad's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gundabald and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the craggy area north of here. Which mount will I get? Ooh, Death Bomb. Literally holding me by my shield. Well, I mean, I'm max level. This is the new game plus is mainly for people to do the story again if they have already done it at the current level. And the main reason that I had waited so long to continue this series that I started with the cat girl was because of the fact that if I did this story at level 80, then that would completely eliminate any and all waiting for Dungeons and Trials up until I want to say the end of Stormblood, beginning of Shadowbringers. Because I'm pretty sure I can solo most of it. What I can't, I will probably click up for some of my friends. Thanks for coming, friend. There's no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of you. That's where I want to be. Someone else. Or Tom. Whoever it is you work for, you're never. Get it! You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it we'll reclaim our homeland. Which mount will we get this time? Ooh! You're a biggin. Mine. Now that hunt was taken care of, attacked by Wilred and his cronies, they would go to such lengths for the sake of this plan of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. Wilrid mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gundabald. Berliana. Gods preserve, what happened? I was out foraging when the Corpse Brigade came. They took me to their hideout and they... The whole while they laughed at me. They said that I suffer because I cling on to hope. Is it wrong to dream of home? Is it wrong to call ourselves Alamegans? Do not heed such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Just 1 second. That is my girlfriend. I will continue going, but I probably won't be narrating any of this. I hope you enjoy it! Okay. Now then, it would appear I will be having a guest in this stream. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we'll pick up La Habrea's trail once more. Eorzea can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Vakama. Yeah, I was on the phone with my girlfriend for a little bit. She's going to be hopping on the PlayStation. I do enjoy talking with her, Chelsea, but not that kind. We didn't have that kind of fun. No, we did not. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One? Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One at the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a digging one named Medrid had an encounter with a scary masked one. This masked one is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Medrid. Digging One is to be found at Falgord Float in the North Shroud. And thus I shall teleport. And she very well might be. Give me a second. Just going to do one thing. Oh, I need to plug my controller in. Uh-oh.